Hey guys, this is Briggs from All About Briggs. I hope you guys are doing fantastically. I wanted to discuss a topic that revolves around choosing the right facilitator for you, choosing the right guru for you, the right spiritual coach, the right teacher, whatever you want to call it. It seems to me that there is a trend at the moment towards plant medicine and towards this conscious shift, and we're all sort of looking as to who we can use to provide us with the information that is necessary for our growth. However, some of us get it, some of us are very new on our journey of awakening, and it can be quite intimidating to those who have really just stepped into this space. And so I'd just like to share a story with you. Simply put, I've had I just call it an anonymous person, come through to me and ask, may she see me? Of course I said yes, I'll give her the time. Of course, this is my work. Some people I consult, and from an energy perspective, you must get an energy exchange, and of course in third dimension that is money. However, energetically speaking, I sometimes am guided, or most of the time I'm guided intuitively, and I knew that this person was not someone that I wanted to set up a paying consultation with to begin with. Subsequent to that, she did come and see me and discussed that she had been guided towards the ayahuasca. However, the facilitation or the facilitator didn't have time to speak to her and time to spend with her to sort of discuss what her journey was going to be about, what she was about to step into. And now you can imagine not being involved in this space spiritually, from a plant perspective, from any perspective, just coming from a really third dimensional space here and being a school teacher. So you can imagine from a system perspective, there are very indoctrinated beliefs here. And so she required a conversation, a one-on-one conversation. And it just so happened that this particular facilitator was unable to spend time with her and see her, which of course set an uneasy tone to her and possibly moving on with the plants. So she came to see me, and of course I understand and believe that everyone is guided to me energetically for a reason. I do not deal with ayahuasca as a plant. It's something that I have done personally and will continue to do in journey and for healing purposes, but it is not, I do not particularly want to become an ayahuascarian. The compounds that interest me are psilocybin, as you guys may or may not know, and it is moving into ibogaine with the addiction therapy. So, what I also mentioned to her is that because ayahuasca is the rage at the moment, it may be the only thing that she has heard of. And so through a sequence of questions, we came to establish that it was possibly not the plant for her at the moment, although I could very, very happily guide her to a different facilitator. Then the profound question was, how do you feel about this particular facilitator, energetically speaking, whether you view yourself as a spiritual being or not? What does your gut tell you about this facilitator? And she immediately said, something feels off, I don't feel comfortable, I don't feel safe, I don't want to share my energy in the format that this particular facilitator does his work in. And I said, well, there we go, there's your answer. You don't have to force yourself into this DMT experience when you are feeling so negative towards it. So I guess the objective of this video is for you to be guided once again by your intuition. We need to come back to soul, we need to come back to spirit, and as much as the plants help us unlock a door and access that, we still have it in us as an internal GPS system. Whether you have gone down the plant route or not, it is vitally important to remember what your gut is telling you and what you feel. Like, we call flirting at the bar, I'm vibing with someone, or I'm picking up a vibe with someone. And that's because we're emitting a certain vibration. So when it comes to the plants and your facilitators, feel free to openly exercise your ability to pick up a positive or negative vibration from them, and let it be as simple as that. Recently I did a talk on the modern day shaman and the rise of entheogen ceremonies. And what I spoke about was our attachment to titles. We are so attached to titles in third dimension that we may not go to a certain facilitator because they don't have a certain title, like a shaman title or a healer title or whatever. And again, from our spiritual laws, we realize that this is only attachment. And so once you realize that and let go of the attachment and start thinking energetically, you will realize how you really feel about person X, person Y, or person Z. And so again, I ask you to look within, let go of the attachments to title, to whatever it is that is the trend out there, the words ayahuasca's this, that, the next. Simply put, in your life, start exercising your right to understand and be guided by your intuition. Okay? Continuing on to that story of this particular woman, she has subsequently decided that ayahuasca is not her plant. She wasn't aware of the other plants, and so we've started an educational journey with you. I also suggest for you guys to do the same. Don't just jump on any bandwagon. What I also see in the industry is you've done one plant, and so now within the space of 3 months you need to do all of them. I don't particularly agree with that. I feel that the insights that are coming to you, particularly if you are new within your awakening process and your spiritual journey and the plant journeys, that you should take time to integrate these lessons into your life first and foremost. Go back to the basics, the spiritual basics. Are we exercising non-attachment? Are we exercising unconditional love, non-expectation? All of these little things before we go again onto the next journey to learn these profound things that we actually are not implementing on our basic foundational level. So I hope that you guys understood that. And yeah, start exercising your intuition. You have an internal GPS system that is your heart and your gut, and it is, let me tell you, 99.9% of the time 100% right. And I know that because there have been moments where I've had gut feelings and intuitive feelings and have not spoken or expressed or said anything about it, only to find out that had I followed that, I would have been 100% right. So you don't need to be spiritual guru, shaman, Reiki healer or anything. We all have it in ourselves. We were all born of the same source as such, or come from the same source. We're all one. We all have the ability. Get back to spirit, get back to soul, start making decisions from heart space and intuitive space instead of head space and intellectual space. I love you guys. Namaste. And yeah, till the next time. Bye.